Welcome to Love, Peace, and Happiness with Shelly. We are here to share a story of Junes CUPCAKERY, a children's meditation. Find a cozy spot. Connect to the beat of your heart, putting your hands on your heart, feeling what it feels like to breathe into your heart as you cozy down, maybe sitting cozy in your favorite chair, snuggling sideways on the floor, or fluffing into your bed, laying down, keeping your eyes gently open or softly allowing them to close on their own. As you cozy down, you feel a little wiggly, so you begin to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Your legs jump up and down. And you wiggle, jiggle, 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 and wiggle your arms, wiggle your booty, shaky, shaky, nestling into your bed like a little baby bird. And slowly, your wiggly, jiggly, wigglies get stiller and stiller. Instead of a big crashing wave from the ocean, you gently start calming and settling into your space, feeling what it feels like to be so cozy. You are safe here as you place your hands on your heart and you feel your heartbeat. Bum bum, bum bum. Or maybe you can be quiet enough to hear and listen to a little flutter of your heartbeat. Your heart is always singing you a song, playing you your own music inside. You are always safe in your heart, surrounded by a beaming light that fills you up with love. Imagine the sun shining high in the sky, and the golden rays come down and kiss you all over your head. And the rays come in through your head and sprinkle all over your body, and you feel warm and tingly and happy, as if you just came from a dark room and you walked out into the fresh air and breathed in the fresh air, and the sun came kissing down upon you. You might notice thinking thoughts coming into your mind. As those thoughts try to think, you can become the wind, and the thoughts can become the clouds. And with your breath, you can breathe deeply into your glowing heart and use your breath as the wind to blow those thinking thoughts away. And more thinking thoughts might come in. This time, your thinking thoughts are placed in colorful balloons. Balloons all of the colors of the rainbow. Red and orange and yellow and green and blue and purple. All of the colors. Your thoughts float into the balloons. And you get to choose if you let the balloons go or keep them. On the count of 3, as you clench all of the balloons by their long string floating high above you, you open your fist and let them go. 1, 2, 3. Wow! As you open your fist, you watch each colorful balloon of the rainbow floating up into the sun. The beaming rays of the sun takes away the thoughts. your thoughts keep floating and pouring in, you can take a breath and breathe into your heart and blow it out. This time, put your hands on your belly and blow your belly up like the biggest balloon. Bigger and bigger your tummy blows, and open your mouth and blow it out. As you inhale, filling up your balloon in your belly. Imagine it is your birthday party and everyone is singing happy birthday to you. And as they sing, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to whatever your name is, happy birthday to you, it is your turn to blow out all of your birthday candles and doing it in one breath, filling up that belly, blowing out all of those candles. Good job. You are so good at that. And you can feel the air tickle your nose as you bring it into that belly. And every time you breathe, know that you are safe and you are warm and you are protected. And if you're feeling a little chilly, grab your favorite cozy blanket and snuggle it up, bring it high up to your chin, and let the fabric tickle your cheek. Let your body feel what it feels like to feel cozy. Because here, your mind is gentle and harmonious. I love myself, I approve of myself, I am free to be me. I love myself, I love myself, I approve of myself, I approve of myself, I am free to be me. Dee, 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 dee. Suddenly, between your breaths, like magic, a giant cupcake appears, as big as a giant house. And the roof is made out of frosting, and it is fluffy, and it is the colors of turquoise and magenta and whatever colors you imagine, and sparkly sprinkles fluff on the top with a giant red cherry sitting on top. The cakey part is covered in a sparkly sprinkles, which are all of the colors of the rainbow. Or they are your most favorite colors in the whole wide universe. A glittery sign appears reading Junes CUPCAKERY, Junes CUPCAKERY. You scratch your head and look up and wonder who this June is. Is it the month of June or is it a person June? You wonder as you shrug your shoulders, feeling very curious and very interested to see what's inside. Like magic, a door appears and it gently opens, welcoming you inside. You smile and get butterflies in your tummy as you walk inside. Fluffy clouds fill the walls in the shape of couches. You decide to jump and bounce on one because you've never been inside of a cloud before. As you jump and you bounce and stick a tiny bit. These couches feel almost like a cloud mixed with a batch of marshmallows, and you giggle and laugh as you vibrate in the cushions. There are beautiful giant windows with the warm sun glittering and gleaming in at the room. White curtains drape across. Star-shaped lights float above tables that appear. You look up in wonder as you see there are no cords attaching them to the ceiling. You jump and slightly stick in one of the clouds, and because this is your meditation, you can do whatever you want as long as you are safe and having fun. And you stand on top of the table and you run your finger over the top of the starlight, And to your surprise, there isn't even an invisible cord holding them up there. You run your hand in a circle and swirl around, and then you poke one of the stars, and it boing makes a little sound, and then it happily floats back into place. You think this is really neat. Over your right shoulder, you hear something. A gentle flitter, and as you gaze up into the sparkling clean kitchen, something you have never seen before appears before your eyes. The wings are so unique, like a butterfly crossed with a fairy, mixed with angel wings with feathers and sparkly pieces flitting about. Each time the beautiful girl creature flutters her wings, it sounds like strings of a guitar or even strings of an angelic harp. And a horn appears in the middle of the girl's forehead, where it sparkles and glitters and looks so magical. As this unique creature comes closer and closer to you, you notice that she has a fin in the shape of a mermaid's tail, only it's golden and sparkly. Her wings shimmer and shine as her fin glows like a magical fin with scales all about her. You notice on her upper chest she has gills, but as you look around, you don't notice any water, but you can't help to think to yourself, am I under the ocean? But she's floating and flapping her wings. Soft white flecks of turquoise, magenta, and white sprinkle off of her wings with every flutter and twist of her fin that she makes. All of a sudden, you feel warm and safe inside. You've never met this creature before, yet you feel like you have known her for your whole life. Hello, I am June, and this is my cupcakery. Welcome. The most beautiful, what you could imagine to be, a uni-angel mermaid. That's a unicorn mixed with an angel, fairy, and a mermaid in one. She is the kindest uni-angel unicorn ever. She has orange wiggly hair with pink and purple and turquoise glasses, and the most beautiful hazel eyes with flecks of green, and the longest eyelashes, and full lips that look so beautiful. She is one of the most beautiful creatures. Not is she only beautiful on the outside, you can feel something very special and kind about her. Her wings begin to grow bigger and bigger. You have no idea what is happening, but at the same time you feel safe and you feel like whatever is happening is okay. June turns her head to the side and blinks her beautiful long eyelashes. And she doesn't even say a word. She blinks and you can understand inside of her eyes, like she's speaking to you directly to your heart. Her wings shimmer and shine as they wrap around your body like a warm, loving blanket. She cradles you inside of her wings. You close your eyes and you feel safe and cozy. You remember back to when you were a baby, and this is how safe and cozy you felt. You take a deep breath. June begins singing the most beautiful song. Harmony and joy and beauty and safety now surround this child. Harmony and joy and beauty and and safety now surround this child. The strumming of her wings gets louder and louder. It sounds like the most beautiful harp you'd ever heard in your whole life. A smile beams inside and it shines on your face on the outside as you gently open your eyes and you look down and you wiggle your fingers and you are glowing like the most beautiful light. You feel your feet and your body and you're suddenly as light as a feather. You start floating like the starlight that you saw above the tables. You put your hand and swipe it above your head. There's no rope holding you up. You check behind your back and your waist, and you're actually floating. You can't believe it. You are giggling and laughing. And June takes her unicorn horn and swirls it in a circle, and you swirl upside down and you giggle, and then she signals you to the left and you skittle to the left and to the right and you skittle to the right and you giggle as you feel so much joy. You feel so much vibrantly alive, peace. You can't even help yourself. And inside of your heart, June asks you, what do you want to be? Here, you can be whatever you want. You can even choose to rename yourself, or you can choose to keep your safe name. What do you want your name to be? You can think about it quick, or you can lay and sleep on it for a while, as you don't have to talk to answer her back. She says you can imagine yourself as your favorite animal, or maybe even a fish, or an orca, or a dolphin. Maybe you want to be a butterfly. You can transform into a angel mermaid if you want to, just like June. Or you can be 5 different animals all smushed into one. It doesn't matter. You can be whoever and whatever you want here. June and you are immediately best friends. You close your eyes and you can both see each other's lives from the times that you were newborn babies. You can giggle at all of the funny things that you did as you were a baby, squishing peas into your hair, smearing applesauce into your eyes. You giggle and laugh at watching each other take each other's first steps. But for June, hers was a swish of her fin and a flutter of her wings. As different as you two are, you both have the same heart and this love inside of you that beams through your eyes. You feel so happy and safe together. You two swim or fly or float or walk or run or jump or leap to whatever it is that you want to do. As you look up, you see a fresh, clean kitchen with every ingredient you could ever imagine. Inside of your head and your heart, June says, did you want to make something? That's why you're here, aren't you? Would you like to bake with me? You giggle inside and you swirl your hands around with giddy glee saying, of course I want to bake. We're in a cupcakery. We're in a building that's in the shape of a cupcake, for Pete's sake. We have to make something. Down out of the fresh, clean kitchen that has every ingredient that you could ever imagine appears a baker's hat in the shape of a cupcake. The color of your favorite choice, of course. June gently helps place the hat over your horn, or maybe you have floppy elephant ears, or maybe you have cat ears, or maybe you have no ears at all. This hat fits your head perfectly, or maybe the shape of your head changes. Because in this magic cupcakery, you don't have to stay the same. You can change at any moment. You are allowed to change whatever shape that you chose in the first place. As you look up to the shelves, you think, oh my goodness, whatever should I make? June signals at you and wiggles her head. It's okay. Use whatever you want. You grab a giant bowl, and instead of climbing on the counter, all you have to do is wiggle your nose and you can float up and grab the most largest bowl you have ever seen in your whole life. The bowl is almost bigger than a chair that you would ever sit on. And you aren't sure why, but you feel like you should make an extra large batch. You choose to make your famous cupcake recipe, only you've never really made cupcakes before. You've seen grown-up make cupcakes, but you wonder, how the heck am I going to make cupcakes? June nods, and she wiggles her nose, and she swooshes into a swishily swirl, and out appears all of the ingredients that you would need for a cupcake. June knows exactly what it is that you want to make. All of the ingredients magically fall and sprinkle into the bowl. You use the most important ingredient, which is love. And together, you and June begin singing again. Harmony and joy and beauty and peace and safety now surround these children. As you dance and sprinkle, something delicious jumps onto your lips. You lick it off as you giggle. June fluffs one, and her tongue projects out like the longest frog. You look up, and June's face changed into a pink sparkly frog, and you giggle because she looks so cute and so beautiful at the same time. As the world's and universe's most giant wooden spoon appears, you begin mixing, and then you notice all you have to do is twitch your nose, and the wooden spoon starts mixing, slow and steady, mixing all the ingredients together. You decide to split the giant bowl in half and make one batch of vanilla and one of double decadent, double chocolate cake. You get a happy feeling that you should make something extra special, but you don't know what to make. You've never made it before. So you make up your own recipe and you let loose because nobody here is telling you what to do. You can just be yourself. No one's ever taught you how to make this. It just comes like a magical download of love to your heart. As you finish off the last ingredients, you carefully open the oversized oven. As the oven opens in the cupcakery, a cool breeze rolls out. It is not hot, nor is it dangerous. June nods her head, giving you the "it's okay" nod. It takes all 3 of the cupcakery ovens to fit the amount of cupcakes you chose to bake. As you slide your secret love recipe in, you hear the pitter-patter of feet, and the stomping of hoofs, and the flutter of more wings. As you walk towards the front of the cupcakery, the room is suddenly filled with laughter and joy. The starlights are twinkling and dancing and hopping up and down, and joyful music is playing, and people are singing and dancing. And there's even fairies hula hooping, twisting hoops off of their feet, throwing them into the sky onto fellow unicorns' horns, and the unicorns are twirling the hula hoops around. There's even a rainbow-colored beach ball that people are bouncing and juggling with. They're the most friendly creatures you have ever seen or imagined that could be in the same room all together. You even notice that there are frogs and birds and fairies and unicorns and other mixed creatures as June. Birds mixed with bees, kittens and puppies, elephants, ostriches, zebras. Whatever it is that you imagine, you can see it. Your most favorite people or pets appear. They could be members of your family or your favorite friends. It could be somebody you know and haven't seen in a very long time. You smile, feeling so loved. A fairy unicorn is serving you your favorite lavender tea with a sprinkle of peppermint, and a swirl of honey appears. She brought her bee friends, and they are more than generous to share their sweet, delicious honey with everyone. They have worked so hard to make it with love and to share. A timer chimes. It chimes loud. It's your cupcakes. They are ready. Only you forgot to make frosting. What are you going to do now? 2 unicorns prance up to you. They are the most beautiful colors you have ever seen. From their ears, a little horned trumpets. Hello, our names are Jack and Milo. And we are the Unicorn Brothers. We could feel that you needed some help, they say. And then you explain how you didn't have time to make the frosting for the cupcakes, and it makes you feel a little sad. The Unicorn Brothers prance in their horns, trumpet. They light up turquoise and green and red and blue and yellow, and they are shimmering and shining. Today is your lucky day, because if you didn't know, unicorn horns are quite magical. Your eyes open big and bright as your jaw drops. The cupcakes float and set across the giant counter of the cupcakery, and down lowers the horns of Jack and Milo. What flavor do you want as their horn trumpets? You think maybe some chocolate and some vanilla and some lemon. Oh, and can you make rainbow sprinkles just like the roof of the cupcakery? You kindly reply. Rainbow flavor? Of course, that's our specialty, shout the beautiful unicorns. Suddenly, fluffy frosting magically fluffs and lands perfectly on each little and large cupcake. You look down and smile, and you hug and thank Milo and Jack. Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done without you. It is our pleasure, they tell you. It is the party of your life. Now it is time to give the gift of cupcakes to each of your new friends. With the wiggle of your nose and the help of June and your new unicorn friends, a cupcake appears in front of each one of your guests. You wiggle your nose and you magically float up high and you say, "Attention, attention, friends. Thank you so much for coming to this party. I hope that you enjoy these cupcakes. I am calling them the love cakes. Please enjoy them." You smile and giggle as you flutter back down. You notice that the unicorns snarf them down in one bite, and luckily you made extra so everyone can have 3. There is more than enough to share. Now, it is time for more joy and more laughter as you giggle. Suddenly, everyone starts to feel so sleepy from all of the fun giggling and laughing and dancing and partying. Each unique creature begins to yawn as if you put a special sleepy ingredient inside of the cupcakes. You stretch your arms wide and you're not sure why, but you can barely keep your eyes open. There are enough fluffy cloud couch marshmallowy cushions for everyone to rest on. Even the creatures who have fallen asleep on the floor, magically a cloud appears. You stretch your arms as June lays by your side. You hold her hand, and you feel so grateful for your new friends. You feel so grateful for this cupcakery. And you know deep in your heart that any time you ever want, you can return to this cupcakery. You can return to these feelings of feeling loved and safe. And it doesn't only have to be in your imagination. It can be with you at any time of your day. All you have to do is place your hands on your heart and notice the beat of your heart. And you will come back to this place. You gently close your eyes and you drift off. And you don't know if there could be a dream any better than this one that you are experiencing now.